Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at RaiZo's Green Blue Beast. Now this deck was featured in the last Kaleem's Open. Did very well for RaiZo, but I decided, you know what, I'm going to give this deck a go on the ladder, and I've had very good results. Now, I went from rank 6 to rank 1 pretty quickly with this deck. I think I only took 2 losses along the way, and the main reason I lost is because I just had bad draws, and I didn't draw any creatures for like 3 turns against control decks. But as soon as I draw those creatures in the run backs later on, I was doing absolutely fine. So this deck is really solid. So if you're looking for a deck to climb this season, I'd strongly recommend trying RaiZo's build out. The beauty of this build, mainly for me, is how aggressive it can be once you take control of one side. So that's what I've been doing with the deck, just going down to one side, you know, using the higher life of our creatures, plus the power-ups, and then when we get the 4 lands, oh, that's when things really start to get hairy for your opponent. When you get these hunt downs coming out, you can use the mobility of the Mystic Beasts and the Orphan Fugus to jump around the board. Very, very strong. I've really enjoyed this deck so far. And we're going to take for a spin on the ladder. I'm a few stars away from God rank, so let's see if we can get there in this episode. So let's get to it then and see how this deck performs. Alright guys, first game here. Really good hand to start with, actually. The Deepwood Grizzly, got a Fugu. I decided for the one Deepwood Grizzly in hopes to find some utility. Maybe like a power-up, maybe like a Water Elemental to help ramp the lands. But this is just a fantastic start, honestly. Very, very good. We can go into Lake. I could go Forest here instead and go Grizzly, Lake, and then set up lakes later on down into the wells. My opponent's going to be playing what looks like to be Red Burn. Some form of Red Burn, I would imagine. Alright, so this indicates to me that I need to be a little quicker with my play, because my opponent's, you know, playing very defensive here. We see Divine Guardian. Maybe we just go for Forest here, and then go for the Grizzly, and then next turn we double neutral. We can take the Faeria off this well, and then we can set up an aggressive lake here or here. Now, it doesn't really matter if I get it here or here, because I'll get the Mystic Beast spot, and the jump will definitely help. This is obviously better, it offers more aggressive avenues, but for me, I don't really mind. Now, it very much depends on what my opponent does. You know, Divine Guardian definitely indicates to me some kind of slow control deck. This time I have creatures. The last 2 games I played against control that I lost, I didn't draw a creature till turn 4. My opponent had Mountains of Faeria, drawing loads of cards. So it's just like, yeah, it's not going to happen. It looks like my opponent is interested in defending this side as well. Give me an Axe Grinder. Alright. So we will take the double neutral like we planned. And we are just kind of seizing the opportunity to play aggressive now. We know in this situation our opponent isn't going to really challenge us in between these wells. I might take double neutral here to stop this spot, but no, going to give us the land here. It's actually very good. I think my opponent's trying to figure out if this bear can get to here very easily. And it's going to be a Ground Shaker. Alright. So we can go into Octopus this turn as a 3/7. And then we can gear up Humbling Visions for the follow-up. So if Ground Shaker has an answer to this, it's a little unfortunate, but we got the bear in the back now to cover the Octopus. I went for the 3/7 just because it's a bit more durable, maybe forcing my opponent to have something else. A 5/5, my opponent just clears it, and I have to Humbling Visions for 1 damage. At least this way, I might be able to take the clear on the Ground Shaker with the Octopus, and then maybe shift this bear back here to collect, go for another lake so I have another aggressive spot, or even go for a lake here and move this way. Oh, okay, so this is definitely a burn. Oh, that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. Rolling the dice there on the Hellfire, but just not paying off. Now I get to, maybe I'm going to lake here and then clear this, step back and double Fugu. And then I'm going to be in a very good position to take my opponent down. I'll have like enough board presence that next turn I can like Humbling Visions any threats that come down. But yeah, we're in a very good position now. I mean, I could even take the hit on this, but it doesn't kill. So double Fugu definitely more attractive in this position. Just offering a lot of aggression. We get to clear the Divine Guardian, unless both Fugus die, which I'd be very surprised. We might just see Ground Shaker on the right here, or maybe like a central mountain into Ground Shaker. Yeah, so, to be expected, you know, seeing the Ground Shaker come down. We do have the Humbling Visions, so we can take care of the Ground Shaker. I would really like to see a hunt down off the top here, because then I could Humbling Visions the Ground Shaker, and then I could hunt down and clear the... Yeah, just clear the board, basically. I'd be able to clear the board if I picked up hunt down. But no hunt down found. I might just double collect this turn and set up another Fugu. The position's a little funny, like it's not quite where I want it to be. So perhaps instead I clear the Divine Guardian and I go for an aggressive forest here and just stick a Grizzly down. And then like these two guys could run into Grizzly. This would have 3 life remaining. And then I could Humbling Visions it. Or I just Humbling Visions this now and clear it out, but is it really that good? I think I'd rather get the double collection going on here and try and protect the Fugu with a Grizzly. Because alternatively, what I could do actually is I could play Grizzly this turn. And then these two clear the Grizzly. Then I just play another Grizzly. And then the Grizzly will clear the Ground Shaker. And the Ground Shaker would need something extra to finish it off. And even if the Grizzly was to die here, so say we see Firebomb hit from the Axe Grinder, and then the Ground Shaker curves around and finishes off my Fugu, I do have Humbling Visions to kill it, because it will kill creatures on 1 life. So I feel like I'm in a good spot here. I have another Fugu as well. Fugus are just amazing. Like, Fugus are such good cards. Gonna go for an Exalted Ogre. Interesting. Not a card I expect to see very often. I must admit. What do we do here? I mean, we could go for a board clear. Elderwood Embrace on this, move this bear across, finish this guy off, and then Humbling Visions. Oh, I guess we Humbling Visions this, right? No, it's going to be the same. They're both going to go down to 2, so it doesn't really matter. So we could just double neutral across, jump up, take the collection. Take the Elderwood. I could Humbling Visions this instead. Clear this. And then Elderwood this guy? I don't know. It doesn't seem worthwhile. So let's Elderwood you. Because this is our double collector. Then we can clear this out. Jump across Visions this. Or do we just clear play Fugu? There's another thing we could do. We could just slam a Fugu down. Actually, I think that's just better. Just slam a Fugu down. Nice and healthy. We get a 5/5 here. We've got a 7/3 representing 7 damage to my opponent's orb. So my opponent might just spend the turn firebombing this. Or maybe like flame bursting it. And that's actually really good for us because it allows this 5/5 to kind of do what it wants. Because we can... I guess we might have to step back collect because of the positioning. Maybe I should have done that a little bit differently. Maybe I should have... No, Humbling Visions would have made a difference. I think it was inevitable, unfortunately. Oh, wow, what a draw. That is a draw. That just allows us to play aggressive now. Maybe just +1. So our opponent really far behind now. 2 very bulky creatures. Now the life of the blue-green beast deck is a really big problem for red. And red-yellow as well. Red-yellow is starting to pick up in popularity. I was playing against Parashara yesterday. He said, I just can't deal with the high life. Like, the high life is too much. So this lets us actually jump back and collect, which is pretty good. But we are going to continue to control the board. We have no reason not to. Jump back. We'll clear this out. And then we'll give this a guidance to make it more durable. We do know that our opponent is running Hellfire. We did see it. So the higher life our creatures, the more difficult they're going to be to clear. And our opponent's landlocked as well. So can't even mount in for Havoc. So if there are any Havocs in hand, they are not being played. We're just going to see Hellfire. Yep. That's why I went for the guidance. See how miserable this Hellfire is. Ah, that is the saddest time. Just 1 damage away. But it's delaying the inevitable here. Delaying the inevitable. I had the win in the bag there. Mainly just because of how the matchups lined up. You know, my creatures having a lot of life. And my win streak still continues. You know, like I said, I only lost 2 games yesterday. I played all the way from rank 6 to rank 1. So lots of stars. Let's get into another match, you know, 1 more game, and I'll be at God rank. Alright, this is it, guys. Whew, a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. I do want to get to God rank. And this win will take me all the way there. But if I lose, I'm going to have to climb. I have to win 3 matches to get back. So it's the difference between 1 match and 3 matches right now. We're going against Mr. T. So no slouch when it comes to Faeria skill. Alright. Ooh, hello. Do I go Water Elemental? I think so. I think Water Elemental's fine. Because I can go Forest Lake. I think it's me at the 5. It actually gets me to this quicker. And we're not playing against red now. That I know of. It could be blue-red. But we see a lake, so Water Elemental should stick around and make sure I collect some Faeria this turn. I also get that land acceleration, which I said was quite important. Again, the closer we get the hunt down and the quicker we get the hunt down, the better. It means we have more influence on the board from range. So we can pick off collectors that go on to the left-hand side. So if Mr. T is playing a very defensive deck, you know, we might see some collectors come this side, and at least Hunt Down allows us to take care of these problems. Archon? Oh, Disciple. Okay. This is something we definitely want to eat up with a Hunt Down. So we could go into Deepwood Grizzly now. Oh, nice. And we get the Mystic Beast as well. Very good. So we can stick the Deepwood Grizzly down. I'm not expecting this Disciple to have enough power to kill the Grizzly. I could be wrong. There are a lot of cards in hand. We have 6 cards in hand. That could be 6 events. But then we do have the Hunt Down to finish it off. Or we just have the Water Elemental, potentially. It very much depends on what I draw. Like, if I draw Humbling Visions, I'm just fine. I might have to Mystic Beast Hunt Down it. I don't know. And it depends if this is blue-yellow or is this mono-blue. Not enough information yet. So Mr. T just figured out what to do next. Maybe he was looking for a draw to get enough events to kill the bear. Might be afraid of Sunken Tower power-up. Maybe afraid of just Hunt Down. No, I do have access to it now. I don't need any more lands. I don't think Mr. T has it, or he needs to calculate it pretty quickly. No, I'm just going to back out, go for the desert, so it is going to be blue-yellow events. We have the perfect answer to this now. We can just scoot up here and go for the Hunt Down. Just take this guy out. That's a really big win for us in this matchup. Being able to take down the Disciple that early, very, very good. You know, because if that grows, I'm relying on Humbling Visions to bring it back down. And now Humbling Visions is actually a very good answer, but being able to take care of a Disciple that clean this early does offer us a lot of potential to win this game. And now I have the Mystic Beast land. I have the best Mystic Beast land I can get. Like, Mr. T could have pushed in here. He could have, like, explored into desert here and just stopped all my Mystic Beast lands and played on that side, on the same side as me. It looks like Mr. T is actually going to go down the opposite side, probably going to go desert into like Mantas, which is kind of sad because I did have to use my hunt down to kill the Disciple. But, you know, if I draw another hunt down, I'm going to be in a good spot. But I have the Mystic Beast next turn. I have this aggressive Grizzly. I can dash a Boar as well. So I have just like loads of good options going forward. I might double neutral next turn up to my opponent's orb. Just to get that aggression in, get those aggressive lands. I make life very difficult. So we're probably just going to see Manta, maybe Manta. I'm just going to go for the 1. Oh dear. Okay. How do I want to do this? I think I am going to Forest. And then we're going to go for Mystic Beast. And then I guess we can hunt down the Beast. Take care of this. Or maybe not. Actually, do I even care? I guess the worst thing that could happen to me in this situation now if I dash a Boar onto this spot is Aurora. Opponent just has Aurora. Maybe I just don't care about this right now. I could save the hunt down for relieving defenses. So I'm gonna roll the dice here. I'm gonna see if my opponent has Aurora. I'm gonna move this back to challenge the Manta. So I am giving my opponent a lot of Faeria to work with next turn, but I have a ton of pressure on the right side. I can't see there being enough removal to kill everything here. You need like Aurora for the Boar. Double Soul Drain on the Grizzly. And then Mystic Beast probably lives. And then if the Manta comes down for double collection, I have the Water Elemental to cover it, so I can kill the Manta. Manta goes for the Boar using Aurora. I also have a way to finish off. Oh, hang on a minute. So yeah, I also have a way to stop this collection. Oh, okay. Fair enough, fair enough. So lots of Mantas. Using the training here to stop things, that's fine. So I'm just going to ignore this now. Because I can't stop double collection anyway. I can Elderwood something, and it's just going to throw in the towel there. I had like Elderwood into Fugu? Maybe like Elderwood Hunt Down. I had a lot of good options there, and I just go one rank ahead of Mr. T. Go into God rank there. So there we have it, you know, just showing how much pressure this deck can represent. You know, Aurora was a good out there, taking out the Boar, but with no Aurora, it was just such a good situation for me. And I had the Hunt Down in hand, I had Elderwood Embrace, you know, I had lots of good options. It's going to be very difficult for these slow control decks to stop this Beast. This Beast deck is very good at killing control. Just because of the mobility and the high life, this is just very difficult for control decks to answer it. But there we are, a God rank has been reached. Feels good, guys. Let's keep playing. Let's see if we can climb these God rank now and see if we can get maybe into like top 10? Top 10, optimistic? Maybe not. Let's keep going. Alright guys, first game in God rank. We're going second as well. Hard mulligan for that beautiful Water Elemental. Unfortunately didn't find it, and this is the kind of hand that makes me sad. I don't want to see this. This is awful. And I've had worse hands than this in some of my other games during the last session I played, where I had like Hunt Down, Elderwood, Humbling. I'm just like, come on, give me something. Give me something to work with. And then we have a Fugu. So we're going to go down the opposite side here. And the reason is because we have double Hunt Down in hand, so we can take care of problems over on the right. And then we can just apply pressure from the left. Now I could go maybe double neutral depending on what I draw. I doubt it. I'd probably just go Mountain this turn. I think Mountain's just fine. Yeah, we're going to go Mountain. Ignore me. I can't seem to tell the difference between mountains and forests. Why did I even say mountain? My brain works like that sometimes. It's just It's an absolute mess up here. It's just a problem. All right, so let's get the lake down. I know what a lake is. I can't tell the difference between a mountain and a forest, but at least I can tell the difference between a lake and a mountain. Yeah. Okay. We can't humble envision this now. And we could hunt it down. Maybe hunt down with the Fugu. Just free things up for this guy. I'm a little afraid of power-ups, so I feel that I should do this. I don't want this to die. Like, so let's do it. Let's do this. Let's just get rid of this guy. Just preserving the life on my Mystic Beast. I'm gonna go for double neutral. Give me a land to jump on. Thank you very much. Oh wow, past it. That's crazy. That's crazy. We get to play. We can go for another lake here if we want. Get another aggressive lake down. We can jump up. And then we can just go in. Look at this pressure. This is ridiculous. 5 life creatures as well. Like, not even Frog Tosser can touch these guys at this point. And this Oakland is not getting up to much. We know that for certain. This might just be game. I just don't see how my opponent comes back here. Ash Ketchum Sharage is not good enough. He chose the wrong Pokemon. Enchant? No. No enchant. Okay. So we can just hunt this down. We can either hunt this down or we just sunken tower it out of the way. But I feel like we take the opportunity to hunt down. Mainly because if this does have enchants in the deck, I just get rid of this now. So we have to hunt down with this. And then we just set up lethal. Oh, we just set up lethal. Ignore me. This is me just thinking about how do I get out of the situation. You just win. The winner, once again, quick and easy. Like I said, this deck can be so aggressive. And that was a brain fart game for me. I thought forests were mountains. But I was still able to win. Just goes to show how this deck's just very linear. And I think that's one of the true things about it. Like, I talk about, you guys have probably heard about me talk about linear decks before. Linear decks are good in card games. They don't demand so much brain power. You can mix up forest and mountains and still wins. And that's the thing with linear decks. And this just goes at one side. You use your hunt downs, you use your mobility to control the board for a bit, and then eventually you just hit them really hard and get lethals. And this was like turn 6, so like what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn 6 lethal there. So yeah, very, very strong deck as you can see. Let's get on to our next game. Alright guys, we're going to run it back with Mr. T. We're going to see if Mr. T can make some adjustments here to stop the onslaught of this deck. Because this deck's just so good. It's just ridiculous. And it's going to be a lake. Alright, so we know what's coming up. We know there's those cheeky disciples waiting to get those buffs. And yeah, we get to get the early Deepwood Grizzly down thanks to the Explore. We go lake next turn, forest into lake, and then we have our Mystic Beast spot once again. Yep, there he is. Spell Whirl, okay. Just a slow start for him. No hunt downs available. We do have visions. That's a very good draw for us. It's going to allow us to control the power of this. At least cut it in half, which might be all we need to get going. So I feel like Mr. T has a better start here. Much slower. We were able to get quite aggressive with that hunt down. And the hunt down, I feel, was actually just a massive part of how we won that match. So we can forest here. Push this guy up and go for the Fugu. This card's so good. I haven't played a lot of beasts, at least green-blue beasts, since the inclusion of this card. Like I've dabbled a bit, but this is probably like I believe I've done one video on it, but you know, it was just me kind of showing what the archetype's capable of. This is the first time I've sat down and just played the deck for a long time. And I would even go as far to say, so far from my experience, that this is the best deck to ladder with. Because I've played several decks on ladder before, and I've done pretty well with them, climbed, but I haven't climbed as fast as this. Now, aggro decks help you climb fast. You know, Yellow Rush is another deck that can help you climb fast, but I feel this deck has a consistency to it that is just a step above the rest. You guys can call me out on it if you want. You could say, Aqua, talking garbage, but from my experience with this deck, over the last 2 sessions I've played, it's been absolutely incredible. So this Disciple is becoming a problem. Now I can just Visions it down preemptively. I am going to push up to this land. We know that's for certain. But now we're vulnerable to the old Kaleem's training. Now if I Humbling Visions this now, it goes to a 3/3. Training puts it up to a 5/4. I don't know, it's a difficult one. I mean, it could still kill the bear. Like, it's still pretty easy to kill the bear in this situation. So do I wait until it has a lot of power-ups on it and then Humbling Visions it? Or do I Humbling Visions it now to restrict its power and then force my opponent to have more events? And I think the answer is I Humbling Visions it now? I don't know. This is my problem right now. I don't know exactly what I should be doing here. So I will go for it. I haven't played this matchup before, so I'm gonna do it preemptively, and we'll see what results we get from this. When it comes to matchups, sometimes you just have to try things. Like I said, we played the. I say I haven't played this matchup. I played the one against Mr. T last time, but we had an amazing hand. We had the hunt downs, the way to control the ball. We had the pressure. This game is a little more in Mr. T's favor so far, just because Mr. T's managed to set up, and the Disciple is. I don't have a hunt down. I can't just deal with the Disciple right now. So I feel that the correct decision there is to pre-humbling it to force my opponent to have more events in hand in order to clear the bear. That's my logic. So we're going to see Aurora come down into Soul Drain, I guess. Yeah, so Aurora on the frog here. Interesting. So Hunt Down would be pretty good. I will draw for it, actually. I don't see why I shouldn't. Because I can trade these two off anyway, but if I can Hunt Down this first and then kill this, puts me in a very good situation. No Hunt Down found. So we go for a bear. Jump across, clear this. What's next? This is where things get a little difficult. I could have +1 and made a Mystic Beast, but the Mystic Beast is vulnerable to 1 event so far. There could be a creation, which would really suck. Spirit Theft is also an issue, so I can't go into 7/3 to try and finish it off. So I feel actually a 5/5 is where we want to go. I could play an Orphan back here and play relatively safe, but I feel like I need to apply pressure to this. But I don't really have a good option for applying pressure, so let's play it safe. Let's go for the Fugu. You can see there's a massive difference between our last 2 games. I was already pushing for lethal at this point. I already had all that pressure on the right side in our previous match. This game is going to be a little bit more grindy. I'm going to have to chip away at my opponent's resources, but that's fine. That's fine. I feel like I can still do it. I'm just a Hunt Down away from really getting ahead in this match, which is probably why I'm going to draw everything going forward. If I can pick up that Hunt Down, I can just Hunt Down that Disciple if it doesn't get any power-ups now, and then be back in a position where I feel comfortable. Interesting. Okay. No Power Wheel has been used yet, so I could see in it. Oh, it's going to be +1. Okay. Oh, MP. Fair enough. Going to go for the pre-hit as well. Okay. That might have come off... Yeah, that might have come off the spell wheel earlier. I don't think you'd main board MP in this. Now I do have a clear. Like I said, I do want a hunt down in my life. Would definitely help things out. It's actually not that good at the moment. I feel like I'd probably just take Lake and just trade off and then play a Mystic Beast. Yeah, I feel that's probably the... Oh man, I messed up. Well, actually I didn't. I can do it this way. I almost messed up. That was close. And I could go for an octopus, maybe as a jumper. Yeah, let's do it as a jumper. So we're just applying pressure with the mobility. If the Mystic Beast somehow gets answered, at least the octopus can jump up, and I could use Humbling Visions to take care of this disciple. But currently, this disciple can't escape me. I'm gonna get to it this turn, unless the Mystic Beast gets answered. Like I said, we're slowly getting there. We're just slowly chipping away at Mr. T's resources. If I can kill the disciple with the beast, or if I could like hunt down the beast onto the Outland Ranger and then kill the disciple, that'd be a pretty good situation for me. It's gonna be... okay. Is this... mantas? I guess these are mantas. Oh, Fugora, okay.
The sky is only the beginning.
Gonna buff up the disciple. Draw 2 cards, gain 2 Faeria. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. Humbling Visions on the disciple. Kill it with our friend the octopus. I feel like I have to draw here. I need a guidance in this situation. I did pick up Elderwood. I'm one Faeria off killing both of these. It's not good. I probably Elderwood here instead of... Yeah, I'm probably going to have to Elderwood instead of Humbling just so I can kill this. I guess I jump this guy up to protect the beast. Because this is... Yeah, I think we jump this guy up and then we do it this way. Yeah, okay. It's a bit of a slow turn for us there. We're just taking care of one of the problems. You can see double Soul Drain clear. Maybe double Soul Drain. Move for Goro. But then we still have Humbling Visions. So that's okay. It's just our opponent has a lot of Faeria to work with now. Nice little shimmy there from Mr. T, moving Aurora into the collection position and then bringing Outland Ranger across. Oh, there we go. Campfire. Pretty good answer there. We do have Humbling Visions as an answer. +1 into a Manta or Battletoads? Battletoads. Oh, there's the guidance. So sad. A little too late there, guidance. Alright. I guess Visions is definitely on the menu. I feel that I probably just Mystic Beast and maybe +1. So I Visions this. Visions this, jump back and collect, play another Mystic Beast. We're just trying to gain as many resources as possible at this point. I could have cleared an Outland Ranger, but then it just dies to then my beast just dies to a frog. The frogs are not in reach of my Mystic Beast right now. So I'm hoping that I can get another creature down, so I can clear one, leave my Mystic Beast with some life, and then clear another creature, and then do it that way. I could probably clear both Outland ranges this turn with both beasts, and I hope I pick up like a Fugu or something. Then both Battletoads clear my beast, so I might have to guidance one of them just to force a Soul Drain. We might see a Colossus this turn. Yeah, okay. That makes things difficult. I think this game is definitely going into Mr. T's favor now. I didn't have the pressure in the early game that would allow me to overwhelm Mr. T before any real options became available. So I have to draw now for Humbling Visions. Sunken Tower, not great. Not great at all. But we can, at least we can kind of move this back. Get into safety. Well, in theory it's safe. There could be a Kaleem's Train in here. I think if my opponent has Kaleem's Train, I'd probably just scoop. I don't see a way I come back. Because I can switch sides and just avoid the Colossus for now. Which is what I'm thinking of doing. But my opponent has tons of time going forward. Another Colossus. Ooh, I don't know. I don't see me winning this one, guys. There's too many creatures to deal with. I'd need a miracle draw. I need like Elderwood Hunt down. Visions is not bad. Visions is not bad at all. I mean, it does allow me to deal with one of them at least. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's see what happens here. This clears this if I play it. So maybe I go into Boar Guidance as a way to stop this from just clearing out my Mystic Beast. I don't know, like I'm not optimistic. There's probably a Soul Drain in the hand, and the Soul Drain's pretty much enough here to finish things off. If I can clear this Colossus... Yeah, if I can clear this Colossus, and then maybe have the Humbling for the other one. So yeah, it's going to be a Soul Drain. I'm just forcing... I had to force my opponent to have it, to be honest. I didn't really have much choice there. Clear. Spell Will, more gas. That is a hand of gas, guys. I've run out of fuel at this point. I have another boar that's not bad. I guess I can just bore in between the wells, and then I can move this up and then jump here. Clear this out, +1. But this Disciple now creates a large form of inevitability for me, unless I pick up something really good like a Hunt Down. But that's assuming this boar lives, and I don't think it's gonna live. I've got a feeling it's going to die. It's gonna be hit Spirit Theft.
The sky is only the beginning.
Did I miss something here, guys? Did I miss a creation on Fugoro? Because I swear I've killed Fugoro this game. Or was that last game? Did I Humbling Vision the Fugoro? I mean, that was a different game. I don't know, my brain's scrambled right now. I'm just like, hang on a minute. Another Fugoro? Yeah. So well played there to Mr. T, getting his revenge. And the main reason I lost that game was because I didn't have the pressure. I didn't have the pressure to keep up with the good start. You know, he had the Disciple, Lake Disciple, Desert, you know, Battletoads, you know, getting a lot of stuff down. This deck can struggle against some more swarm-based decks, but if we get a good draw, you know, get those hunt downs and stuff, we can, you know, make sure that we can control the board early on, and then we can take a more aggressive line to win the game. But good game to Mr. T there. Let's get into another one. Alright guys, let's wrap things up. Playing against the beast himself, S of Dawn. Oh my goodness. What is S going to be playing today? Always a pleasure to play against S of Dawn and Teddy, all these top players. See how I do against them. Say hi to our friend here. S is a spicy deck builder as well as a top competitive player. I'm always curious to see what S is piloting. It's going to take a lake into an explorer into a water elemental. Okay. So another blue player. For a lake of our own. Get the water elemental down. Get the collect off the well. Or we can just kill S's water elemental, alternatively, and miss a Faeria. See what S gets up to first. Yeah, gonna take collection. Ninja Toad, oof. That was rough. So now we are in danger zone. Things are not looking good. I guess the truth is I just have to cross my fingers and hope that S doesn't have access. Yeah, I feel like I just unfortunately have to hope S doesn't have access to Aurora in this situation. What I could do actually is I could +1 into tower and then just push this back. Just to make things awkward. I mean, you can just lake here and jump across into Aurora. But trying to make life a little difficult. Trying to make life as difficult as possible as I can for S here. Looks like it's going for a lake in between the wells. Into Mystic Beast. Okay, cool. So we have a pretty good play here. Embra's Command. Alright. Interesting. What do I do? I mean, I can push my land up, take the aggro lake, and then I can take the clear on the water elemental, so I'll get the power up. I think I have to do that. I think I just have to get access to that lake spot. Just so I can clear this out. And this is on 1 life. So I guess I have the luxury of Forest and Elderwood next turn. That could be very helpful. It depends what S's follow-up is. You know, we saw the Ninja Toad quite early. We could see like Humbling Visions, maybe Emperor's Command again, and then we see the Mystic Beast take care of problems. Gonna jump, collect, clear the Fugu. Now let's hope the Mystic Beast lives. Well, at least my Mystic Beast. I don't really care about S's, but I need my Mystic Beast to live so I can jump back down, double collect, and then I can use the Elderwood Embrace. Colossus? No, it's going to be a Triton. Oh, and a Sunken Tower just to make my life a bit more awkward. Miss a collection. Feels bad, guys. Okay. So now we can't... See, this is actually... This is really relevant simply because... I guess I have to Sunken Tower back to collect, then Forest, and then Elderwood, clear, and then Hunt down. And I'm going to have 1 life... I'm going to be 1 life out of reach of dying, which is very useful. So yeah, just forcing me to use my last part of my Sunken Tower. Yeah, we'll clear you. And we'll clear you. So leaving this on 1 life. Kind of reset in the game state. I have initiative right now, but Essa Dawn is 1 Ninja Toad from being in a pretty good situation. I'm just hoping that S doesn't have access to that. Like, I don't mind Emperor's Command or Humbling Visions too bad here, because I can just play Fugu, which is fine. Like, I can just slam down a Fugu and be pretty happy. Sunken Tower is just going to make things a little miserable for me. I'm not going to be able to double collect this turn. Sunken Tower is going to stop that, but I'm still going to be able to collect a Faeria at least, and then go for Fugu, which is pretty good. Now I could play a little differently. I could just clear the tower. But what's more valuable? I feel like the Faeria is just a little more valuable in this situation. So let's jump here. So my opponent has to build land to Mystic Beast. And then we could actually just go like this. And then we've locked out the tower, so the tower's just not useful anymore. Our creatures are staying where they are. The double neutral helping out in that situation. So that's looking at the hand here, maybe not feeling anything's worth playing. Like Ninja Toad's pretty good. Like Ninja Toad double collects and clears the Mystic Beast. Mystic Beast just gonna get hit by the Emperor's Command. Might be Emperor's Command pass. Might see another Triton. No, it's gonna be another Mystic Beast. That's just fine. So now we just go into another Fugu. Jump back. And then we'll +1. So we're trying to keep ahead in resources. We've got initiative now against blue. Demands like damage from hand, stuff like Humbling Visions. It's not really damage, but you know, being able to kill from hand. And there we go, Essa Dawn just gonna throw in the towel. And that's one of the weaknesses of mono blue. If you haven't got board initiative, you're probably not going to get up to much. But there we have it, taking out Essa Dawn. Now, I did say this was the last game, but I will play one more just because that was quite quick. And we'll go into the final game. Let's get into it. What a perfect way to close things out. We had Essa Dawn, and now we've got the Lizard to follow up. Cannot ask for anything more than that. Now, we have an Opal in play, so let's gear up towards keeping the Elderwood Embrace here to support our grizzly friend. What are the chances that I get Essa Dawn followed by Lizard? These guys could have met in the finals of the halftime tournament, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. Something did come up. But, you know, but Lizard and Essa Dawn have unfinished business that need to be resolved in tournament. That's what I'm saying. If you guys watched the halftime tournament, you know what I mean. It needs to happen. Okay, so this is some kind of yellow tempo. No surprise coming from Lizard. I think Lizard is a fan. I'm a little afraid. I'm a little afraid of Nightmare. I am a little afraid of it. I don't want to invest this. I guess I can humble in to finish this off. So yeah, that's fine. We'll leave the bear. This is just to play around Nightmare. I don't want to run into Nightmare at this point. Might take Desert Nightmare here. That's fine. You know, this bear has given me a lot of fear. We're going to go for the Wind Soldier. This is fine as well. You know, we're going to be able to Humbling Vision to finish it off and still be able to go into the Fugu. That works out just fine. Take a lake. Take the Vision. And we will stick Fugu in between the wells currently because we don't have a beast in hand. Now, I would like to play it here to stop Wind Soldier Soul Drain being so effective, but I've just seen a Wind Soldier, so I'm keen on my opponent not having that answer. And there we go, we just see another Wind Soldier come down. No, it's going to be a demon. That works out just fine. So our opponent took a draw. This is going to give us our aggressive land in this position. Absolutely fine. Go into the boar, in between the wells. Take the Elderwood. Okay, so we're in a good position now. We've taken control of the right side. We're one hunt down away from making Lizard starve of Faeria. Just so we can eat up the emissary on the left. Goes into Wind Soldier. Down the bottom. Takes aggressive land. Mountain, huh? So Axe Grinder is going to show up. Interesting. That's not a draw I want to see. That's a little better. So we're going to take the jump. And then we're going to jump down and finish this off. Because our opponent would collect 3 Faeria. So we're kind of... we're matching each other on collection. The only issue I have is I'm behind in Faeria. So with a hunt down would be very useful. And now if another Axe Grinder comes down, I'll probably miss a collection just to clear that out. Oh, don't be a Choking Sands. Is it another demon? Maybe another emissary? I don't mind taking double collect, clear whatever comes up, even if it's a trade. And then going for Mystic Beast. So I'm hoping this is a central creature so I can jump onto the top desert here. So I can jump up here, collect, maybe make an aggressive lake, and then clear, then play a Mystic Beast. I'm probably happy just to play Mystic Beast here. Interesting. Ah, look at this. Very cheeky. Yep, we'll clear this guy out. The Mystic Beast. Still fighting on the right-hand side here. Come on, Hunt Down. Come into my life right now. I need you. I need you to kill this emissary. Slow down this collection. Just very back and forth at the moment. Just both of us are just fighting for ball control on the right. If Lizard didn't have that emissary on the left, I would be ahead because he'd be missing 2 Faeria return. And it'd be... I'd probably win the game. Like, I don't see how I would lose if he didn't have the left-hand side. What's the answer here, Lizard? +1. Clear. Oh, interesting. Setting up for Garadan. So I can actually play around Garadan with the hunt down. That's really good. So I can just, yeah, I can just hunt down this. They trade. And double collect. And probably just pass. Maybe even +1. I probably draw because I want to find more options. So yeah, I'll just hunt down this. And we'll double collect. So this plays around Garadan, I think, unless Lizard is baiting me, I think he was gearing up for like Garadan Cypher's Wrath. So Garadan, then Cypher's Wrath my my Mystic Beast to finish it off. Sandstone. Okay. We can... I think I take a draw just in case I draw Elderwood. I guess this does the job, though. Let's go for another Mystic Beast on +1. Again, 10 Faeria. So Garadan's actually pretty good now because Lizards are just seeing me use a power-up. And I would need another power-up or a hunt down to finish off Garadan if Garadan was to come down. +1 again. Alright. Yep, we're just gonna match the Faeria here, or at least try to catch up. Yep, goes for Garadan. Oh, I guess it has the Scyther's Wrath now. Oh, I should have Elderwooded, because I was playing... See, that was a really big mistake from me, because I played around the Garadan into something last time, but didn't play around it this time. Like, what changed? Nothing changed. It was still the same line. You're still gearing up for the same line. So that was really bad from me. I could have done better there. So let's play Fugu. I think we could just go Fugu Boar. Right, do we do Fugu Boar Elderwood? But what do we Elderwood? That's the question. We can block collection. So we can boar here, Fugu here. And then we probably just buff the boar. Yeah, okay. So we block collection from our wells, our bottom well. This can still go up and finish this off. Yeah. So that's fine. Like, I'm forcing this to... I guess it didn't make a difference, right? Because this will just move up and clear. As long as we can kill the Garadan, I think I'm pretty happy. But yeah, massive mistake from me there. I should have Elderwooded the Mystic Beast because I was playing... It's like I made a read. Obviously, the play didn't happen after that read, and then I just forgot the read I had made, and then made a stupid play. I did have the option to protect myself from the Garadan removal line. I still think we're in a good position, at least. I feel that the game's definitely not over. And we're very similar decks in a way. You know, beasts. The beasts just have cheap, efficient creatures with high life, but Lizard's deck is cheap, efficient creatures with high attack. So we're kind of like the yin and yang of Faeria right now. Yeah, gonna take collection clear. Might actually just backpedal, hit Flame Burst. I don't know, it doesn't really have enough Faeria. I could actually go back, hit Flame Burst into something like Axe Grinder. This actually works out just fine as well. Take a draw. Hunt down. Feels good, guys. So I can hunt down this now. Let's cover the... I could actually move into double collection now. Yeah, so we're going to move into double collection to get out of reach of this guy. So I'm forcing my opponent to have like a Wind Soldier or a Flame Burst to take care of this. Because then I can double collect next turn and then go into like the bear. Or maybe something better than the bear. Might have the mobility trick. Might have to just jump across mobility and then clear the ball. Because free damage doesn't mean that much to me right now. Don't really care. I mean, free damage into Axe Grinder is a little more scary, but the boar is in the position to deal with that. So it's actually going to backpedal into collection. Lizard just shown like how valuable collecting is. Oh wow, Humbling Visions as well. That's pretty good. Okay, so we double collect. We could take a draw, but fatigue isn't looking in our favor right now. So let's take +1 and let's just take a grizzly. We could pre-visions this, I guess. If we pre-visions this, these two guys can't deal with this. We know our opponent doesn't have any removal. So yeah, let's just pre-humbling. So we're forcing our opponent once again to have that piece of removal available. I'm still sad about that, not playing around that Gyarados line. Ah, I made the read as well. That's the worst thing. I made the read. So axe grinder, I guess. Takes a draw. Did he pick up the Wind Soldier? I think that's a Wind Soldier. Yeah. So it did find the Wind Soldier in the end. That's really sad. Now we've lost double collection. Can go into axe grinder. Just gonna hit us for 2. So the Wind Soldier draw there was pretty amazing. But it's fine. I guess it's okay. We get to +1 into a Fugu. Can I afford to play it into double collection? Probably not. Let's do this. So now Lizard is ahead. So Lizard's tri-collecting. So the Kaleem's training line was really good. You're going to see how much it's going to pay off now. You know, this Fnatic is going to probably double collect for the rest of the game. Unless I can afford to hunt down it at some point. But it's not looking like that's an option. Oh, Monstrosity! Not a card I expected to see. So now there's more than just there's quad collecting going on. That is rough. That is not good. I'm just gonna stick this here. Right, we do clear the left side, and I stick the tower in front of this to stop any potential lethal setup, and I stop the double collection. So the tower's done its job. It's put us in a good position. We just have a lot of pressure. Like another axe grinder here is ridiculous. Like, how do I deal with that? Sandstone Explorer. Oh, that's not good. So we could be one mobility trick away from dying, but fear not. Fear not, because I draw the hunt down. The problem is, now my problem, I want to set up the Mystic Beast to double collect, but this hits me for 6. And then I'm pretty much just sets up lethal for the next turn. So I need to take a draw. This is the saddest thing. Like, I don't think I could win there, because I could have +1'd into Water Elemental, I guess. That was the other option. Kaleem's training. Oh, wow. So, yeah, just trying to starve me of double collection. Oh, man. So I need to play a reactive creature here. Now my opponent can land up and clear this out, which is a big problem. I can't set up double collect. I can't set it up in double collection because I lose to the Monstrosity, hit me 2 times. But I can't really set it up there either because the Monstrosity just clears and he plays a guy. So it was a lose-lose situation there for me. I guess I could +1 into the Octopus as a taunt. I still take 5. But yeah, we're playing super reactive now. It's not gonna help, unfortunately. Like this can hit me for 7, and then just wait, and then I clear this, and then this hits me to 5 to finish off. Yeah, doesn't even need to. Just gonna go in for the hit there. Take a hit for 5 with the Axe Grinder. This sets up lethal. Now we are at the end of the line. take the last draw, and well, oh, I could heal, but it's not going to do anything. So well played to Lizard. It was a good game. I'm curious. I'm curious on how the match would have went if I played around that Gyarados line for the second time. I played around it for the first time. Wasn't very successful on the second, but good game to Lizard there. Very spicy deck as well. Some kind of red-yellow, mid-rangey tempo deck. Very cool to see. But yeah, that's Blue-Green Beasts. That wraps things up for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Blue-Green Beasts, very, very strong deck. If you want to climb, I'd strongly recommend playing this. I've had a great success with it, and I feel like it's just a very strong deck in general. This build is fantastic if you want to play more aggressive. You can play a slower variant with frog tosses and stuff, but I don't really feel like it needs it. I just kind of like the pace of this deck on how RaiZo's built it. So you can play a different variation of it. There are different ways you can build Blue-Green Beasts, but I really like this one for ladder. It's quick, you can get those games in fast, and you can just set up positions where it's very difficult for you to lose. So yeah, if you're looking to climb, play this deck. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up if you haven't already. Drop a subscribe to keep up to date of when our content goes live. I did try some janky Bloatfly Yellow Rush this week. It didn't really work out. But I think I try it. You know, I like to experiment with different ideas. But unfortunately, not the best when it works when it comes to success, at least. I also have a guide on the Crucible format. Just some ideas for you how to build your lineups and how to build your decks. So if you'd like to participate in future Faeria tournaments, you can check that out to get some ideas on how to prepare for that tournament in building your lineup. So until next time, guys, take care, and I hope you enjoyed RaiZo's Blue-Green Beasts.